Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Tea Time with Tommy, the pro wrestling podcast with Tommy, NORBZ, and me, Brittany. I don't have my tea for today. I have an old.
I have my two thumbs.
Jar.
You guys make me sick, both of you. Always forgetting your tea.
I had my coffee this morning, Tom.
Always consistent as me.
I had tea this morning. I hope that counts. But anyways, on this episode, we're doing an AEW hot take. So first topic for today is AEW's new show coming soon on Friday nights and AEW's Dynamite moving to TBS in 2022. So NORBZ, Tommy, whoever wants to kick that off.
Well, go ahead, NORBZ. Go ahead.
It's gonna be exciting because Friday nights we have SmackDown already on Fox. And imagine on mid-August when this new AEW show comes, it's called AEW Rampage, which I believe will be at the 10 o'clock time slot on TBS, and going to be exciting. Another hour of wrestling for all you fans out there after 2 hours of boring SmackDown. I'm sure that the AEW Rampage will make your Friday nights exciting after going through SmackDown for 2 hours. And it's happening August, I believe August 15th. It's going to come out. And then, AEW Dynamite moving to TBS in 2022 is just, imagine a WCW Saturday night back in the day when they had it on TBS at 6:05 Eastern. And now they're going to have, Dynamite in 2022. They're moving to the TBS network. And, that network is really bumping right now with the NBA, Major League Baseball, and also AEW Dynamite coming to their lineup. So it's going to be an exciting end of the year and next year for AEW fans out there. So exciting times as this brand is really expanding and improving a lot in the coming months.
If you continue dissing the WWE NORBZ, it's not going to look good for us. So, you got to quit doing that. I understand your love for AEW. We all love it, but the dissing of WB, oh my goodness. But
it just boosts up the ratings, Tom. We need ratings out here.
We got ratings. What are you talking? We got ratings. But so basically, I gotta state before we go on. So just to be clear, is AEW Dynamite still going to be Wednesday night in 2022? It's moving to TBS. AEW.
I believe
Dynamite.
so. That was the plan. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, NORBZ. So here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing, Britt and NORBZ. It's a huge deal to get Rampage now on Friday nights, and the smart way they did it was how they're not doing it the same time slot as SmackDown. Now, are people going to be up 10 at night watching it? That's another question. It's a risk, but it was a smart risk because you don't want to put it at the 8 o'clock time slot, the same as SmackDown's going on right now. So, maybe it's a little experiment that AEW is trying out right now with the 10 o'clock time slot. That's the only thing that had me a little sketchy about the whole idea, because that's really late. Like, who are they going to stay up that late to watch? I know NORBZ is, but would someone like Britt stay up at 10 at night to?
Not staying up.
She's not doing.
It's not a school night, everybody. It's not a school night.
But okay. Oh, yeah, it's Friday night. I understand, but people want to watch Netflix probably and stuff, right? Guys like us, NORBZ, we love AEW, but other people like Britt will watch Netflix or just fall asleep. So it's a risk. Experiment, but it's a great move. I think it's a great move. And I also heard they're still going to be a part of TNT. They're going to make pay-per-view once a year with them. So, Tony Khan, Chris Jericho, Cody Rhodes, genius again. I think it's a great move. Just that 10 o'clock time slot, though. It's going to be a risk.
Yeah, it's pretty late, but let's move on to the next topic, which is the Inner Circle celebration. Who wants to kick it off?
Well, the Inner Circle celebration. Well, last episode, as you've both seen, the Inner Circle, they were just, tearing Pinnacle apart in the ring, making fun of them, and how the Stadium Stampede match is going to be just a total disaster for the Pinnacle. So basically now they're just going to have an Inner Circle celebration. Friday, I believe, because now it's not going to be Wednesday; it'll be this Friday for the one-time thing. So Friday night they can have the celebration. It's gonna be interesting to see because I believe that's the weekend of the pay-per-view Double or Nothing, which we'll get into later on, guys. So yeah, I'm interested to see what the celebration is going to be. Are they going to sit in the ring with gourmet food and I don't know, top of the line sirloin steaks and just eat in front of the audience? Or are they going to like surprise attack the Pinnacle again as their celebration? You're going to get Sammy Guevara with the cards showing what the Inner Circle is going to do next. It's gonna be interesting. I'm really wondering. They always have a surprise. I love Inner Circle. They're my favorite faction in AEW, so they always have something interesting to see.
I think it's just a mere continuing to build up the feud between the Pinnacle and Inner Circle on Friday coming up with the celebration of the Inner Circle being a force, stable, a faction to be reckoned with since the inception of AEW, since they formed. It's definitely going to be maybe a highlight program for them with showcasing all their major successes so far in AEW. So I think it's going to be a really good. Some people are probably thinking it's a tribute show, and I do think it's a tribute show. However, we just don't know the outcome of the Stadium Stampede. Because Chris Jericho's hurt right now with this arm injury, but let's hope that he can pull through if he's still going to be competing at the Double or Nothing event. I think this is just merely a tribute to the successes of Inner Circle so far in AEW that's coming up, and it's also continuing to build the feud and the flair between the two factions with the Pinnacle. It's going to be exciting to see that and how everything will unfold. Before this event starts, like who knows? It's going to be a warfare again at the end of the show next week, next time on Dynamite between the two, just to build things up for Double or Nothing.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if Britt's awake right now. If she had her coffee or something. I don't know what's going on, Britt. Wake up.
Have you had your hibiscus tea? Might help or something like that from Starbucks.
I don't drink Starbucks, actually. I think it's a big waste of money. I'm not a fan of Starbucks.
You don't drink Starbucks.
Girl. Good for you. Good for you.
I don't drink Starbucks.
You're the only one from all the people I know that don't drink Starbucks. Everyone else does. Because they're a bunch of followers.
I'm not gonna feed into the Starbucks capitalism.
There you go. Corporations bite us in the ass sometimes.
Right, now we're speaking from the Starbucks. Now we're making fun of WB and Starbucks. Good job, guys.
But related to the Inner Circle, what about the Pinnacle dinner promo on the Inner Circle?
When the MJF, every time that you see him talk, you listen, and his promo, his mic skills are really top notch. He really loves his heel character, and this is just one of those promos that the Pinnacle has showcased so far. They're really coming on their own as a faction. It does remind me of a little bit of WWE Evolution and the Horsemen. They were always good in the mic. They always dressed well. It's a combination of elite combatants forming together, and that dinner, possibly a steak dinner that Tom might want to participate in.
Oh yes,
indeed, it was elite. It was elite class. Just a group of guys that having a fun time, as well as possibly discussing their strategies coming up on Stadium Stampede against the Inner Circle. But MJF really saying a lot about this match coming up. It's really getting into the Inner Circle's head. And when Sean Spears wanted to get some wine, he couldn't, and he eventually beat up the waitress or the waiter. Waiter. Yes, that's right, the waiter that didn't want to give him wine, and he slammed the guy's head on the table, and Tully Blanchard just paid the waiter off. So it just goes to show you how the Pinnacle is ready and they're forced to be reckoned with. And I'm sure it's going to be a classic match coming up on Stadium Stampede.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, what Norb said, guys. I believe basically, I don't know if they're in the inner circles. I think it's the other way around, Norbs. I think Pinnacle's kind of, I mean, the inner circles in the Pinnacle's head. Because we've seen the week before, they sprayed them with that champagne in the ring that forced MJF to give them the rematch in the Stadium Stampede
Well,
match.
the Pinnacle did win Blood and Guts, so
That's
yeah,
true,
they have the
but
momentum.
I mean, that was like I still think they're still bothering the Pinnacle more than a bit, in my opinion. After that champagne bathing in the ring, but yeah, like I wish I was at that dinner. I wish I was. You know, I wish us three.
It's that steak dinner that you wanted to participate in after a long time.
Seeing Spears, you know, like just totally punch out that waiter. Poor guy. He deserved that tip.
Yeah, for not giving him wine.
Yeah, exactly. For not giving him the proper wine. But it seems like MJF's the only one talking. Like I don't know. I'm sure those guys some of them have some good mic skills there. Spears and you got FTR there. Wardlow, I guess he's the type of guy that doesn't need to speak. So I mean, he just does it.
He lets his body do.
He lets his wrestling do the talking. Exactly. But it was a great setup. Yes, I mean MJF, of course, amazing on the mic. Like I said, I think it's him, Chris Jericho, John Moxley, and all of wrestling who are at least like good at mic skills right now. So WWE needs to. We're not talking about WWE, but they need someone to get someone with mic skills in WWE right now. But like AEW has the top three. MJF's proving it right now. So, but yes, did I that steak dinner that they had? Whoa, that got me hungry. How about you two? But man, the fine wine.
I would join it in a heartbeat if I was invited.
And then MJF would probably like curse us out, while knowing him. But
yeah, he'll seat us in the children's table maybe.
Yeah,
because we're not part of the Pinnacle yet. We're maybe part of the scene, whatever, the semi-summit or whatever.
If he's giving Chris Van Fleet, one of the best in the business, trouble, like what would he do to us, right? But
for sure.
It was good. It was good to see that promo. Well done.
Yeah, for sure. Well, moving on from steak dinners, we have our final and last topic for this hot take episode, and it is a big one. We are going to talk about the AEW. Oh my goodness. WWE? We're going to be talking about
WWE.
AEW.
I think you need more tea there.
SmackDown and Raw presents Double or Nothing. Vince McMahon presents Double or Nothing.
It's Double or Nothing that we are covering right now. And I know there's a bunch of different matches, but I'm just going to pick and choose. And then Tommy and Norbs are just going to put in their quick takes. So let's start off with the three-way match with Kenny Omega, Orange Cassidy, and Pac.
Before we could wait. You can get another cup of tea, Britt, before we start this topic. To just wake you up.
No,
if
it's
you want.
okay.
Hey, it was our start. All kidding aside, but yes, that's going to be a wicked triple threat match. Now I don't know if you've both seen how Kenny Omega tried to persuade Orange Cassidy to get out of that triple threat match. Smooth move by Kenny Omega, non-callous, but he ripped up the contract. But they left another backup. I don't think Orange Cassidy. I'll be shocked if he signs that contract because he wants to be part of this triple threat. I think Orange Cassidy is a dark horse, guys. Like the favorites are Kenny Omega and of course Pac to win this match. But this guy, Orange Cassidy's been laying low under the radar his whole career in AEW. He's had some pay-per-views, he's had some main events, but then AEW has taken him to the backside for a while since that main event against Chris Jericho, I believe, Norbs. I haven't seen him in the main event since. But he's always there, waiting. He's got the potential. So he doesn't even need to talk, and he does his thing. So watch out for Orange Cassidy. But I think in the end it will be Kenny Omega. I doubt they're going to take the belt off of him. Right now. I think he's going to be a champion for a long time. So yeah, it'll be a great match.
Absolutely, and Kenny Omega couldn't believe that he's in this three-way match with Pac and Orange Cassidy. At first, that he thought that he was going to just face Pac one-on-one, but it seems like Orange Cassidy was added to the fold, and here we are at Double or Nothing, a three-way match between the three. Yes, Kenny Omega trying to convince Orange Cassidy to get out of the match, but as a cool, suave Orange Cassidy guy that he is, he doesn't want to back down from any fight, even though that his character is the way he is. He's an excellent talent, and I'm surprised they've never given him the TNT title before. Putting him in this main event, but it seems like AEW had plans for Orange Cassidy to be a main eventer, and here we are today in the three-way match with Pac and Kenny Omega. Omega, a successful champion so far. He's also the champion of Impact Wrestling, so he's really ruling the wrestling world right now. And Don Callis, he's really anchoring this character for Kenny, being a heel. Forming the Elite together. It's an incredible time for the Elite, for Kenny Omega, for the Good Brothers, and for the Young Bucks to be in. And all, they're really riding high right now. And I'm sure that, no surprise, I think to me that Kenny Omega will walk away as the champ, as much as a Pac's talent too. I mean, like he was back in England, couldn't travel during the pandemic. And then, as he came back, he was a force, picking up where he left off, and being in successful matches, string of matches leading up to this point. Three of these combatants have different characters and different styles, and definitely it's going to be a good match, probably a half hour long, but we'll see. It's probably just going to be as long as the Stadium Stampede, because when you have those three together in an endurance match, like you're going to have your money's worth for sure.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to get to the Stadium Stampede in a minute, but let's talk about Tommy's favorite wrestler, Hikaru Shida versus Dr. Britt Baker.
Of course she's my favorite wrestler, guys. Who would have doubted that Hikaru Shida's my all-time favorite? Come on now. But then I tell you guys, when we first started our first AEW Hot Take a year ago, Britt Baker's going to get her shot. She was on the rise. Well, lo and behold, I am Nostradamus, because she gets the shot against Hikaru Shida. Finally, she gets that title shot. So yeah, it's going to be Double or Nothing main event, women's championship. Don't be surprised if she wins, guys. Don't be surprised. Yes, it's tough to beat Hikaru Shida in a championship match, but I mean, I think most likely Hikaru Shida will retain it, but there is a good chance that they'll give it to Britt Baker. Maybe AEW is thinking maybe we should give Britt Baker an era now to see how she does in the women's division as champion. So don't be surprised. Tough to call who's going to win. They're both great. They can both be champions for a long time and represent the AEW women's division, both of them. So, not easy to call who's going to win this one, guys, but it's going to be a classic. That's all I know.
Yeah, the feud between the Doctor, Dr. Britt Baker, d.m.d, and Hikaru Shida has been really building up and getting personal as of late. And Hikaru Shida is a great champion. He's the longest reigning champion, I believe, right now in AEW. And finally, Dr. Britt Baker will get her shot. It's been a long time. She's had a title shot for the women's championship, and she's finally receiving that right now. I do think that it's going to be a bit of a personal match. I don't know what the Rebel is going to do in this match, or possibly interfere in so many ways. But this is probably the match that fans have been eyeing on for a long time. Dr. Britt has had success in the last year or two, winning a string of matches, and Hikaru Shida being successful as a women's champion. They faced so many in the past, and they are the top two women in this division, and it's gonna culminate at the AEW Double or Nothing pay-per-view. It's gonna be a personal match, I'm pretty sure, back and forth, battle between the two. a lot of fans a lot of fans cheer for Dr. Britt, and a lot of other fans cheer for Hikaru Shida. So yeah, it's going to be a head-to-head battle. Possibly like going to be one of the most exciting we're going to see in many months with AEW here.
Awesome. Great. And we have time to cover one last match. And last but not least, the Stadium Stampede match, the Pinnacle versus the Inner Circle. Tommy, you sound so excited about this. How about you start it off?
Well, I mean, yeah, because it was my favorite match of all time in AEW, the first one. It was just when AEW was starting, guys. They made Stampede, and Inner Circle was involved, as you guys know. But at that time, the faction, I believe NORBZ, I forgot the name, was Kenny Omega, Hangman Page, and Cody Rhodes. They had a faction.
Elite.
The Elite. They're not anymore. Elite. They're done now. But yeah, so that match, my goodness, Sammy Guevara got suplexed from the first yard of the football field to the last yard of the football field. I don't know how he survived that. And it was just, oh my goodness, they're fighting everywhere. This was the match. This is going to be the main event. And this will be the most, I believe, from all pro wrestling AEW fans, most anticipated one for this Double or Nothing pay-per-view. It's going to be, it's going to be the match that, like, wow. People can't wait for. It's going to be a slobber knocker. These two teams don't like each other, Pinnacle and Inner Circle. And if I'll be surprised if Inner Circle loses, because if they lose, they have to split up. And I don't think AEW wants Inner Circle. That'll be a bad move. It's like splitting up NWO. I don't think AEW should do that. I'd be a big calculating mistake if AEW makes the Inner Circle lose and for that team to split up. So I don't think they're going to lose. I think AEW is going to win this one. I'm sorry, AEW. Inner Circle is going to win this one against the Pinnacle. But man, it's going to be just, whew, I'm telling you, I hope someone gets flipped on the football field. If it's Sammy Guevara again, oh my goodness, give that guy a raise. But yeah, it's going to be amazing.
Well, I'm sure that the Sammy Guevara already got a raise from the last Stadium Stampede after taking a lot of beating from the Elite back in the day. But this time around, I think Sean Spears is probably going to get the worst beating of his life, maybe. I think, to me, he is the I no offense to Sean Spears or any wrestler that's called the whipping boy of the faction, but we shall see how it unfolds. Yeah, I mean, this is a lot more personal than what the Elite and the Inner Circle did in the last Stadium Stampede. But yeah, this is a bit more serious, possibly a bit more extreme. MJF putting his faction together in the Pinnacle against the Inner Circle, who may be in a do or die situation right now. I mean, like, they once if they lose, then they got to split up, unfortunately. But they are such a great team, and it's the beauty of Daly's place next to a stadium where the Jaguars play is just so beautiful. You can use the stadium for matches like these, and it's good that the AEW has that capacity. I mean, yeah, this is going to be another barn burner of a match. It's just fighting all around the stadium. Yeah, I mean, you got FDR possibly wrestling Santana and Ortiz in one part of the stadium, and you got Jake Hager and Wardlow in another part of the stadium. Yeah, they're going to be spread out for sure, and it's going to be a barn burner for sure. And yeah, it's such a great cinematic match, and hopefully going forward they'll still be doing the same thing every year.
Yeah, it's going to be a really exciting match. Well, that wraps up this episode of Tea Time with Tommy with Tommy, NORBZ, and me, Brittany. And stay tuned for our next episode. Thank you, everyone.
Get some tea next time, guys. It's getting ridiculous. Both of you.
Will do. Hey everyone, it's Brittany from Tea Time with Tommy, and don't forget to catch Tea Time with Tommy and click the subscribe button on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Spotify. And if you don't click the subscribe button, Tommy will be a very, very, very cranky old man. So let's not have that. So make sure you click the like and subscribe button.